I'm, I'm at ground zero of the protests here in Hong Kong against the Chinese government. This is their office in Hong Kong. And it's day 46 of the what's called the Umbrella Movement. Now it's called the Umbrella Revolution. Very serious protest, but you can see that they have not lost their sense of humor. Thousands of tents set up here on Causeway Bay, one of the main highways in Hong Kong, and it's really astonishing that the Chinese government has let them go on for this long. It's called the Umbrella Revolution because the protesters used umbrellas to protect themselves from the tear gas that the authorities used back in September when this all began. It's a very peaceful protest. They are literally just occupying this area in front of the government offices. And they basically want the Chinese government to fulfill the promises that they made to the British and to the world, really, when the British turned over Hong Kong in 1999. They agreed to a democratic government here in Hong Kong, and the idea was it would be one country, but with two systems. So one system for Hong Kong and one system for the rest of China. And over the years, they've really reneged on that. In the elections that they have for the local government, the candidates essentially have to be approved by the Chinese government and the Communist Party in Beijing, which is not real democracy. So here on the right is I guess like the tables and chairs for students to I think do their work. There it says students first. And again, this is pretty much ground zero. So once the Chinese government cracks down, which could be any day now, this is where they'll bring in the troops to really clear them out, and hopefully it won't turn violent. Hopefully people will not be injured or even lose their lives like they did in Tiananmen. And hopefully the media will be watching. There's lots of camera stands here now, but I don't see any cameras. And it is a pleasant day here it's probably in the 70s. Thankfully, I'm sure the people who are spending day and night here appreciate that. And it really is just like a tent city, so they've got little makeshift restaurants, first aid stations. If you peek into any of these tents, you'll see people sleeping and living, really. And again, it's just really in the heart of the government and financial section of the city. I spoke with one older gentleman not too long ago, and he's a native Hong Konger, and he said that they're basically going to stay until the Chinese government talks to them, which they really haven't done so far. And again, there's the wall with the thousands of post-it notes. And those are the steps that the Chinese government workers take when they go to their offices. And I think that's why they put them there, so they would see them and read them and take heed of their messages. And it's very quiet, very peaceful. Again, it's a non-violent protest, and I hope that it stays that way. They've built these makeshift steps over the guardrails of the highway. They call these the freedom bridges. There are a few of them that you can cross over. And most of the protesters are younger, are students, but I was told that there's people really from every walk of life, people who are working, that go to work during the day and then come back here and sleep till the night. So it's day 46, and I hope it ends well for them.